Man or woman, nothing speaks louder than a fresh haircut or a brand new hairdo. As individuals, it's our right to express ourselves and to stand confidently in our own being. That's exactly the purpose of cosmetology, to explore the endless possibilities of the beauty world and to bring out the most confident side in ourselves. I'm currently a student here at the University of North Carolina at Greensboro, and I'm majoring in business and communications. I've taken a wide range of courses focusing on a variety of different business topics like international business, supply chain management, operations, entrepreneurship, and I've also taken classes on communication styles and conflict resolution. I've also interviewed Shay, she's a very prosperous salon owner. She owns Lady Shay's Hair Salon in North Carolina, Greensboro area. She's shared her story and just her success, and she's also shared very relevant information about the profession. Lots of times we do underestimate ourselves and how much we can actually accomplish. And although starting a business sounds great, it's also very overwhelming to think about and really hard to really find a starting point. In this presentation, I will mostly focus on cosmetology, but I do plan to give very helpful information that could be beneficial to really anyone that's wants to start a business one day. From the information that I've gathered, I'll be discussing how to get started in the beauty industry, the benefits and challenges of becoming and being a salon owner, and also what you'll need in this field to be successful. The first topic I'm going to cover focuses on how to get started in the beauty industry. First thing you're going to need to obtain is a cosmetology license. Shay herself went to Carolina Beauty College, which doesn't exist anymore, so we can't really recommend that to anyone. However, she does have a pretty interesting outlook on the concept of cosmetology school. She does feel that people think cosmetology school is going to be a place where you learn how to do hair, but she feels as if you should use cosmetology to learn how to pass the state board exam, because cosmetology is kind of one of those things you just kind of have your own style with. And yes, it does teach you a few things, but she does reiterate the fact of focusing in on passing that exam, because the exam is what's going to give you your license, not necessarily the class itself. As far as choosing an institution, she does suggest looking at high pass rate for the state exam, not necessarily how many people attend that university or that institution. Pass and fail rates are extremely important, and that's definitely something to look at when you're looking into choosing the right institution for yourself. The second thing is that I spoke to Shay about is really how she decided on becoming a salon owner. And her truth is that she never really decided on becoming a salon owner. She actually was working at a booth at one point, just, doing regular hair every now and then. And she decided that the hairstyles and the base of people she was focusing on wasn't really for her anymore, and she wanted to explore and become more diverse and find something that she was more comfortable with. So with that being said, she did leave the place she was working at and went to look for somewhere else to work, and in that process she ended up finding an open space that was available to be rented out. She contacted the property owner, she laid down a business plan, and also provided proof of means to be able to pay, the cost for renting out that space, such as utilities and the rent and things of those nature. And once that was done, she was handed the keys and good to go from there. So that's pretty interesting. And although she did say, that was her story, she does highly suggest actually sitting down and planning out your goals and how you plan to get there and what it is you plan to do when you start the business and how you plan to open up the business and all that good stuff. She definitely says, focuses in on making a plan first as opposed to just jumping in like she did. So that was, great information for me to utilize and for any of you to utilize in the event of starting your own business, is just having a plan. And she wasn't really able to utilize any resources, again, because she did just kind of hop in there, and she was able to become successful just because of her drive and her dedication to, her craft and what she does. The second thing I want to discuss is really weighing out the benefits and the challenges of being a salon owner and just cosmetology in general. Shay does express the hardship of choosing location. When you're choosing a location, she does say to focus in more on using target marketing and targeting strategies. And basically, an example that she gave me was, if you want to rent out this place, sit outside for a few hours and see how many cars pass. Count how many cars pass. For this location, there may be 200 cars that pass, as opposed to the other location that has 2,000 cars passing. So when you're thinking about those types of things, you want to make sure you're visible to the community and to the people that are, people that are in the area. You want to make sure that you're always visible. So that was a great technique that she did express to me. And also making sure that the area that you're focusing on you have a relevant position there. What that basically means is, if you are focusing on hair braiding hair, and the area that you're moving to, everyone likes weaves done, you're not going to be successful. So you have to go to a place that kind of coincides with what you're offering. So that was great information as well. Finding quality people was definitely a struggle for Shay. She did say when she first started out, she was on her own, and then she hired a few stylists, but she had a hard time finding a great group of people, great stylists, and people who were actually dedicated to the salon and dedicated to their own craft. So she does really specify finding great people. A lot of people just do what's necessary to get their foot in the door as far as interview is concerned. So just make sure that the people you hire are meeting your expectations in every way possible. One last thing that she did discuss was, the fact that she's the boss, so she has to draw a line between personal and business. So that can be difficult sometimes, in the workplace, with any profession, really, just happen to be the boss and put your foot down sometimes. Lady Shay also expressed to me that there'll be times when, you'll have clients at 12 o'clock in the morning, for instance. So it's not really a 9-to-5 job, like, the normal office related jobs and things of that nature. It's a very free spirited type of job. So it's kind of, jumpy and could be all over the place at times. That kind of brings me into the benefits that she discussed with me. And, she did tell me, although it's not a 9-to-5 job, if it's something you're passionate about, it doesn't bother you. When you're passionate about something, you don't mind, standing up for an extra few hours or going out of your way to make this right, or, taking the steps necessary to make sure that everything's running smoothly. So that's great. You wake up in the morning and you're going to work to do something that you absolutely love. The second benefit that she did discuss with us is profit. At first, it's an expense because you have to come out of your pocket to, it really invest in what it is that you want to do. So you're owning your own business, so that's definitely an investment. But once you build a reputable name for yourself, and clientele starts coming in, profit definitely increases, and that's a plus. The third thing I want to discuss is really just what you'll need to be successful in this field. And there's a few things that Lady Shay did express to me. One of those was trying to have a commission-based situation. Commission-based situation basically says, if one person, say you have a stylist, for instance, this stylist has a client come in. When the client comes in and they pay for the service that they received, you also receive a percentage of that profit. That's what a commission base is. She did express to stay away from doing a booth rental. Basically what that is when a person comes in and they say, hey, I'm going to pay you $5 a week, for instance, $5 a week to rent out this chair in your salon. So that's the flat rate that you're going to get, regardless if they have 5 customers or 1,000 customers. So at that point, you have to really, weigh out how much that's being a profit for you. So she did express that commission base is a little bit better when it comes in terms of actually, money wise. The next thing she did say, in order to be successful, she does highly suggest hiring a financial manager. That's someone who will be able to manage the funds and manage anything that's dealing with finance and money in the salon. That way you can focus on being the manager and focus on, also styling hair if you do want to be a stylist while also running the salon. It just takes a very big burden off of yourself having to do everything. So she did say that was very beneficial. And I feel like in the instance of anyone starting a business, that could definitely be beneficial. The next thing she did express was the willingness to create a bond with your clients. Creating a bond with your clients really creates a sense of belonging and makes the customer or the client feel welcomed. It definitely is something that every stylist should incorporate into, the services that they're providing. Lady Shay did express that when she first started out, she wasn't incorporating that in. Normally, she just listened to her music and do the hair, and when she was done, she was done. And she did realize that wasn't necessarily the most beneficial thing for her or for her clients. So she did start incorporating, just talking to the client, asking how your day is, and really kind of getting to know the people that she was coming in contact with, and that kind of created a sense of belonging and made them feel welcome so that they continue to return. So that's definitely a great tactic to use as well, not only with cosmetology, but with a lot of things. Just creating those bonds and creating those connections with people so that they feel comfortable. And my speech has come to an end. I would like to briefly recap what we've discussed and learned from this presentation. Altogether, cosmetology can be a career of promising success if it's done correctly, carefully, and passionately. We've covered the basic qualifications needed in order to make cosmetology a legal profession and to jumpstart your career. We've also discussed the professional and personal benefits and challenges of being a salon owner. We have covered how to become successful in this business. With a variety of different ways, and having a plan is the most important part of starting any business in general. I hope that starting on your path to success in this beauty industry is a lot less confusing and a lot more exciting for you all, and I thank you for listening.